Through the trees comes autumn with her serenade.
Wow, I like this. Keep it rolling.
Melody,
Need a cigar.
the sweetest
Very calming, very relaxing. That feels great. I like that song. Welcome back to the Stockwell Roche Show. I'm Jason Stockwell with Remax Results.
I'm Josh Roche, Remax Advantage Plus.
We have, again, Jason Light with Envoy Mortgage and Robin Hartle with Remax Results in the studio. We're talking about dual agency. We said earlier in the last segment, hopefully we cleared some questions up. Maybe we made it worse. But either way, it comes down to one thing.
Comes down to coffee and sitting down with us.
Trust.
Right.
Yes. And one thing I want to also touch on, too, is that experience matters.
Yes, it does.
11, 12 years selling only full-time real estate. That's what I've been doing. Jason, how long have you been doing mortgages?
15 years.
Since 2001.
Yeah, Josh as well. So it really does count when it comes to your sale. I know the real estate market's picked up, which means a lot of people that were out of the business are coming back into the business that are maybe changing careers or whatnot. And no offense to them, I'm sure they're nice people and great, but you really, really, really want to trust yourself.
It's your largest asset. A lot of people, it's your largest asset. Why would you trust it with? Yeah. Why would you trust it with somebody that has like 2 months experience versus someone that's got 10 years to help negotiate, especially on a sales transaction? And then on the buy side too. Even on the buy side, representing you on the buy side, making sure you're getting the best price possible based on what's economic.
Well, not only that, the experience that comes from doing thousands of transactions, you see things that some people don't see or won't see. If you haven't done it and haven't been through it, you don't know it. It's easy.
You've gone through all the minefields.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's been that way. So with experience comes the next topic, which Robin and Josh were talking about.
Pocket listings.
Pocket listings. Yes. What are they, and what are the benefits and what are the negatives? What do you think, Robin?
When you think about pocket, you think about kind of tucking things away. And that's basically what a pocket listing is. It's not getting it. Maybe so you're representing the seller and you've got their home listed and you've got an exclusive contract with them. You, for some reason, don't want to get it on the MLS right away. You don't advertise it out there.
Yep.
Maybe
not you, the agent.
Well, right.
But the seller says,
exactly.
hey, I don't want this on the MLS.
Yep.
I want, limit. So why would they do that?
So this happens a lot.
There's a lot of circumstances. I know there for sure that some people go through divorces and they don't want the kids to see that the house a for sale sign in the yard. They don't want to see it on the MLS. There's a lot of different circumstances.
Oh, there's just like anything. There's zillions of reasons for a consumer or a seller not wanting it on. But there are thousands of transactions that happen this way, and that also gives a negative perception of realtors that, hey, Josh, Jason, or Robin, you guys are holding this just for your own self so that you can do what we talked about earlier, dual agency and make double commission. That's not the case. Our job is to sell the home. The agents who hold pocket listings for that reason, that without the consent of the seller, that is completely unethical and actually you can probably get sanctioned or lose your license.
Well, the seller's the boss, right?
Yes, the seller is the boss. So the reason pocket listing is, let's say Josh, you're a seller, I'm meeting with you.
Okay.
And you say to me, hey, hi.
Hi.
I want to sell my home, Jason. And I say, great. And you say, but I'm not ready for showings, and I think I don't want to sell until maybe January. But can you do me a favor, Jason?
Can you put it out there so I can see what kind of interest is in?
Exactly.
Right.
Can you work your network, work with your agents, work with buyers, and drum up some interest? If you happen to bring a buyer to me or to my house before January, I would actually entertain working with them as an offer. Now, that's the exact scenario, right? Where
exactly,
it works out. So it's a benefit of the consumer. It's the consumer's wishes. And it also sometimes, believe it or not, folks, as a seller, you may sometimes get the same, or you actually sometimes get more money from it, because when a market's hot, buyers are seeking out other avenues than the MLS, thinking the perception is it's not an MLS, I'm getting a better deal.
Yeah, that's true. And you'll see like builders do a lot of this because the home is not constructed yet. It's not fully constructed yet, but they still want you to put out some that agent to go out and market it. Just don't put it on the MLS yet. We don't have all the landscaping done. We don't have all this stuff done, but go get some interest for it. Please go get us some interest for our properties.
Well, and I worked with a builder for a year, and that builder did that all the time, just off of plans. So we would put plans out there and say this home, and all there is a lot.
Yep.
But the builder is trying to get that house sold before he even starts construction.
Pre-sale.
Yep, pre-sell it. And it also, when you go on the MLS is like, I don't want to say being arrested. Not that last show I think I talked about that, but I have never been arrested. But anything you say or what is there saying? Anything you do or say can and will be used against you, right? In the court of law. In the court of law. Yeah. Well, you could just substitute law to MLS. So anything you put on the multiple listing service is there. Yeah, it's done. Yep. It's official. It's historic. It will not.
If there's an error, if there's an error on it, you have to follow through on whatever's put on there. I know I know a couple times I've gone out there and represented a buyer, and it has the commission structure on there. What you would get paid as a listing agent or a buyer's agent on the and they'll put 3.5%. Well, there was an error, clerical error, where it was supposed to be 2.5.
Oh.
I still got paid 3.5 because it was on the MLS.
Oh, sure.
Well, that affects agents, obviously, as Josh alluded to, for their commission, but it affects you. So, so if you put a house on the market and you're not even started with the construction, and it could sit there for 4 months, now the house looks like, wow, that's been on a long time.
Exactly.
Or let's say you put a price on there, and the price is on there, and you say, oh man, I want to change that. We can actually get more for this now. We're adding this addition, or we're doing this or that.
There's a couple houses that sold for more.
You change the price up, but guess what? In the history, you'll always have that lower price. So the buyers that come in, may see that and will come in at that price. So we take a lot of it for granted, and we kind of brush through and go through things, but there's a strategy that works for everybody. And sometimes this pocket listing strategy is a great strategy.
It is.
For certain sellers.
Yep.
And for certain buyers to buy them.
And there's, like we said, there's all kinds of different scenarios that can go into that pocket listing, from the divorce to new home construction to whatever the scenario is.
Maybe they don't want their neighbors knowing, or they're kind of freaked out.
Or maybe it's a bad neighborhood and they don't want to put a sign in the yard and have someone break in.
Or they don't want people coming through, but if someone happens to want to buy it now, they would. It's all. So that's where agents really, in my opinion, are showing their value. Yep. Not to say that we don't all the time work hard, and we do. Agents are some of the hardest working people out there. Real estate agents are, and loan officers, Jason. But if you can actually secure or get a buyer without going on the MLS, that means you're really networking with other agents. Mm-hmm. You really have a good following, and you have a good group of buyers and a good way to get your property.
And I think when we talked about just what we talked about earlier in the first segment, dual agency, that's when it's kind of nice to have a big broker representing you, because you can get your pocket listing out in front of everybody that works for that brokerage right away.
Yeah, you can do a pre-listing on your house to build up the anticipation or to build up interest in your home.
And let everybody know within that brokerage, hey, I've got a new pocket listing coming up.
Yeah, because time isn't I listened to a speaker one time talking. He said, time kills everything. So the longer your home is on the market, the less you get for your home, or it fails to sell. The longer a transaction drags on, the odds of it coming together go down. The longer anything takes, the likelihood of it actually happening. If you're bungee jumping, folks, if any of you have actually bungee jumped, I have, the longer you stand up there without jumping, the less likely you're going to actually jump. So time actually does make the odds of something happening go way down. That's kind of a
good analogy. I'm kind of impressed by you.
Or you're engaged for 15 years. I don't want to offend anybody.
Right. Yeah. Why buy the cow, huh?
That's from Robin.
There's all kinds of analogies you could use with that. But so if you can get your home out there early, pre-marketed, before you're actually going on, because when you actually go on the MLS, you want to be good.
Mm-hmm. You want to come out strong.
You want it to be perfect, and you may have a few odds and ends to do, but you still want to get it out there for certain select people. So anyway, pocket listings, not always bad.
Right. Well,
like pocket
and
dialing.
Pocket dialing. I've had clients that were that had medical issues as well. Maybe they had cancer or something like that. And the last thing, and they've got to be in their home. Maybe they're bedridden, older people, and they can't get out of their home every time that there's if you put it on the MLS and they're showing after showing after showing. And what are usually the first people that come through your house? Your neighbors. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All these people that live in the area want to see what your home was like. So then they've got to go through all that. And
also, if your home is in not the best repair, if your home is in disrepair and you want to do an as-is sale to an investor or a builder, a lot of times investors can really get stuff done that way too, and we can get stuff done. But reach out to us, 651-400-0773, Stockwell Roche Show on Facebook. Like us on there. We'd love that. And you can see us on YouTube as well.
Yeah, like
TCRealestateHour.com. Brand new, revamped. Give us your feedback, positive or negative. We'd love to have it. I'm Jason Stockwell with Remax Results.
Josh Roche, Remax Advantage Plus.
We'll be back.